What is up, everyone? Welcome to another edition of the Monkey Knife Fight Fantasy Challenge video. I don't know what to call it, so that's what I'm calling it. That's exactly what it is. Brought to you by RotoGrinders. If you haven't signed up for Monkey Knife Fight yet, make bad life choices. Sign up using the promo code GRINDERS. Get a free 100% deposit bonus up to your first $100, and you don't even have to do any research. You can watch these videos, throw these in, and just let the money roll in. If you don't know what this competition is, we are going to be doing a fantasy challenge for pretty much every single game on the slate. All you have to do for the competition is sign up using the promo code GRINDERS, get over to this link that will be dropped into the comments section, put in your email, and boom, you're in the contest. It's as simple as that. And all you do is weeks 4, 8, which are already done for, and I got top 10 in both weeks. So if you were watching this video, you're probably tied with me and made some nice little money. But get in there. Throw $2 on any fantasy challenge in any game. Throw as many as you want for all the games on the weekend, so not Thursday, for weeks 12 and 16. Now, we already did 4 and 8. And these are the weekly prizes. $250 to first place, plus a free month of RG Premium, and a RotoGrinders t-shirt. $100 second and third, $50 for fourth and fifth. I ended up somewhere between second and fifth or second and eighth last week. I'm not really sure. I got 32 Monkey Knife Fight dollars in my account because other people tied with me. So you can follow me exactly, win some money most likely, or you can go slightly different with me, have a chance at the first place. But I'm going to be telling you exactly what to do in every single game. I'm currently in Arizona right now, so I can't put these props down, but I will when I get back into Colorado on Saturday, down here with the family for Thanksgiving. But don't worry, there's also end of the season prizes too. $2,000 in Monkey Knife Fight dollars at the end of the season, $1,000 to second, $750 to third, $500 to fourth, and $350 to fifth place. And you get first, guess what? Whole NBA season of RG Premium, $300+ value, plus nice, comfortable little RG t-shirt. So let's just go ahead and break right into this. We're going to be going through every single game that is in this challenge. We'll start off with the Jags and the Falcons here. Clicking on this game, really simple. You go in here, go over to Fantasy Challenge, click players, boom. And then you add 3 of them. Position players, so no quarterbacks. This one has a possibility because of the upside of Patterson, Pitts, and Robinson. So you throw Patterson, Pitts, Robinson in there. I don't see anyone else in this game having one of the bigger points totals on the slate, but Patterson, big touchdown upside. Pitts, big catch upside, big touchdown, big everything upside. James Robinson, they love to run the ball, and there's no defense being played in this game here. So this would be the 3 I would throw in there. Set your goal to 2, 3, or 4 based on these amount of fantasy points. If those 3 combine for that, then boom, you're in. So that's basically it for Jacksonville. We'll move on to the next one here as soon as I click this. Go into the next one. Jets, Houston. Trash, likely stay away. That is my advice to you. Don't play this, but if you're going to, it would probably be Cooks, Davis, and then if I think Michael Carr is already rolled out, and Ty Johnson. But I would not bet on this one. I would not put this prop in. It's a bad challenge. I'm staying away from that. I don't see many ways that game ends up being a big game in terms of fantasy points on 3 respective players. So don't do it. Tennessee, on the other hand, a little bit more interesting here. So obviously, A.J. Brown, you throw him in. And then either Stevenson or Harris. I think Harris is currently probable, so I'm guessing he's going to play. This is being recorded on a Wednesday, so we don't have all the injury information out. If Harris is out, go Stevenson. If Harris is in, go Harris. And then I think you're probably best off with either Hunter Henry or Jacoby Myers. Either one of them can go for a decent-sized game, but Nelson Aguilar also in there, and Kendrick Bourne. My favorite outside of Harris and Brown is probably going to be Jacoby Myers, so you select them, throw in your goal, boom, you move on, go to the next one here. Next game is Philadelphia versus the Giants here. A big old trash pile of potential fantasy goodness. Barkley would be the main guy I'm throwing in. Goddard, the other guy. And then you have a little bit of a decision. You can throw Kenny Galladay. Tony is getting a huge target share. And you got Devonta Smith, who occasionally puts up a 2-touchdown game. My preference would probably be Tony, but it's him, then Smith. I mean, you can go with Sanders, but that whole backfield situation is an entire mess. So I'm going to go with Smith with this one. Again, I might end up setting 2 of these. You press the goal of 2, you put $2 on it, boom, you're in the contest for that one. Moving on to the next game here. We got Pittsburgh versus Cincinnati. This one's pretty darn easy. Najee Harris, Mixon, and Chase. That's the optimal. If you want to throw Deontay Johnson, if you want to throw Claypool, both of them have some upside. I would say you throw in Chase regardless, and then Najee Harris or Mixon are still my 2 favorite. But if you want to take either one of them out, like if you're going Deontay Johnson, then you can really keep Mixon and Chase in there still. It's not an easy matchup for Cincinnati. Pittsburgh, obviously, pretty tough defense, but that one there, it's a little bit different. But still, this could be a game where there's actually some high scoring. Deontay Johnson and Najee Harris can easily get there based on target volume. Chase Claypool can easily get there based on touchdowns. But this is the optimal build right here. This is the optimal fantasy challenge. Najee, Mixon, and Chase. We've seen Chase go for huge games, Mixon go for huge games, Najee go for huge games. But we have seen Deontay Johnson go there too. So if you want to take out Mixon, maybe throw Deontay Johnson there, I don't mind it at all. Let's move on to the next game here. Just going through these quickly because it's not hard. You can make your own decisions, but I'm giving you some winners here. That's what I'm doing. So moving on to the next one. This one, Taylor's the simple one. Taylor's the very, very simple one. Again, early on in the week, I think both Godwin and Evans are currently, we don't know because it's Wednesday. If one of them misses, you go with the other one. If both of them play, I think you can go with both of them or with only one of them. But you definitely want at least one of Godwin or Evans. After that, Fournette and Pittman are both fine. Like Pittman has been pretty good this season. He's had some big upside. He's had some multi-touchdown games, or at least I think one multi-touchdown game. Fournette obviously can get it done on the ground here. I think you're a little bit more likely to get it out of Pittman than you are of Fournette. But if you want, you can throw a multiple in there. You select those 3. You go in. You put your multiplier. As you can see, this one's higher than most of the other ones because this is the most likely game to have the highest scoring optimal 3-person lineup. Throw in whatever you want. Throw $2 on it. Boom. You're good to go. Moving on to the next one here. Just going right through things. We got the Panthers at the Dolphins. This one, I don't see a huge amount of upside. Like, yes, McCaffrey, great. Probably Waddle. But I don't see this being a hugely high-scoring game. Carolina has a good defense. Yes, the Dolphins don't really have a great defense, but it's different with Cam in there. He can obviously snake a touchdown or 2 on the ground from these guys. But if you're trying to get pure upside, Gaskin's been getting 20-plus carry or touches a week. DJ Moore is still very good. Like, honestly, McCaffrey is the only one that I definitely want in there. After that, it's any one of these 3 guys are all good choices. Gesicki could end up getting there, probably not going there, though. It's three guys. You pick 2 of them. Any 2 of them really doesn't matter. You can do multiple of these. You can do every single combination. Again, this is because of McCaffrey. This is one with a fairly high goal here. So it means it's a little bit more likely. It could be a bad game, but I'm still willing to just play McCaffrey because guess what? McCaffrey is going to get 10-plus catches most likely. So that's a pretty high upside spot just based on McCaffrey. Those other 3 guys are the ones that I would end up going with outside of him. Next up, we got the Chargers, the Broncos. This one's another one where you can go a few different ways. It's going to be interesting. I think Eckler you throw in there regardless. Then it's all figuring out afterwards. I wouldn't go 3 Chargers, and I don't think you can go 3 Chargers because you have to have at least one person for both teams. So my favorite, it would probably be Keenan Allen and then Jerry Jeudy. You can go with Sutton, but he hasn't been the same since Jeudy came back in the lineup. With Gordon and Williams both kind of splitting the carries, one of them can end up making it there. I'm not certain about which one it is. If you want to do a lot of different combinations, that's fine. But this is my favorite. And outside of that, I would probably say go from Keenan Allen to Mike Williams just because of multi-touchdown upside. But obviously, after week 4, when he was one of the top wide receivers in the league for fantasy, kind of gone downhill since then. So it's up to you. My favorite, again, Keenan Allen, Austin Eckler, and Jerry Jeudy. That's my favorite. So moving on to the next game here. We only got a few left, so don't you worry. This will be done lickety split. I think that's a term that's from the 90s. Moving on to the next one here. We got Cook is probably my favorite, but this one's very concentrated. Any combination of these 5 guys, literally any of them. Thielen, Cook, or Jefferson, generally one of them hits every single week. So you want at least one of them, probably 2 of them. I think my favorite would be go with Jefferson and with Cook and Debo. Debo has been up near the top, or he might be at the top of the league in terms of target share this season. This game is probably going to be close because Minnesota has been in the most close games all season long. It happens every single week for them. It's incredible, but you're going to get fantasy production out of Cook, Jefferson, and you're going to get fantasy production out of Samuel. If you want to take Jefferson off and go with Kittle, that's fine, but Jefferson's a much higher median outcome in terms of points. If you want to take Jefferson off and go with Thielen, or take Debo off and go with Thielen and Kittle, you can do this every which way. This is another one. We look at the goal here, not quite as high as the Tampa Bay game, but all these 3 of these guys from Minnesota, and both Debo and Kittle and the running back, whichever ones they start. Like, honestly, this can go so many different ways. If Mitchell's back, he has huge upside. This is a game where you could end up throwing in 7 different combinations here and be happy with all of them. All of them have a chance at being the highest projected one, or highest scoring one, rather. The projections are good for them already. Next up, Rams. This one's the easy spot here. Boom, 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 or boom. You want Adams in there, 100%. You want Kupp in there, 100%. Then it's figuring out whether you want Henderson or Dillon. As you can see here, 71 is the 2x projection for 3 guys from this game. So it's all Kupp and Adams, definitely. And then I think you throw 1 with A.J. Dillon, 1 with Henderson. If you really want to get a little bit spicy here, you go with Odell Beckham. Any one of those 3 is fine. You can run all 3 of those combinations. It'll only cost you $6 to get them all into the competition. Huge, huge chance for 100 points from those 3. I don't even hate taking the 4x because they're all so good and they're all such good fantasy point producers. Next up, second to last game here, we got the Browns and we got the Ravens. This one, a little bit interesting here. Don't know about the status of Marquise Brown, so that could change some things. I think if Marquise Brown plays, you can go with either Andrews or Brown or both. You want Chubb in there no matter what. Chubb's going to be the main guy. I don't think Hunt's coming back this week. Even if he does, then you could throw actually Hunt in there. But I think you could take Chubb in there regardless. He can break off an 80-yard run. He's fantastic. You want Chubb in there. I think my preference is probably Andrews and Brown. If Brown doesn't end up playing, I think you can go with Landry. But these 3 guys are the main ones you want in your lineup, in your fantasy challenge lineup here. All right, moving on to the last game of the night. Weekend. Not even weekend anymore. It's Monday Night Football. That's what we're moving on to. This one, really simple. You want McLaurin in there, and then you want 2 of Metcalf, Lockett, Gibson. We know that most likely Metcalf or Lockett are going to go off for a huge game. We still haven't seen both of them go off for a massive game. But for this challenge, I think both of them could. This is probably my favorite, but Gibson and Metcalf are right behind. And then right after that, this is my third favorite. You can throw all 3 of them there. It can end up with a massive outing. It can end up with a whole lot of points being scored. But that's kind of it. That's all the combinations for all the games that I really like. Again, go to the link in chat or in the comment section here. Go sign up for this. It's really simple. You put your email right here. Sign up using promo code Grinders if you haven't already signed up for Monkey Knife Fight. Throw in $100 is my suggestion because it's literally free money. You got to play through it once and it's yours. And yeah, these are the prizes. So a real shot at 250. If you listen to me, you throw in what I threw in, then statistically speaking, based on the last 2 times we've done this video, you should get your money back and then some. Add in the free 100% deposit bonus. This could be a huge amount of money, or I don't know your definition of huge, but I'm still in it. I think I'm close to the top projected in terms of the contest so far this season. So I might be in it. Who knows if I'm even eligible? I don't know. I'm an employee here, so we'll see what ends up happening. But if you've been watching these videos, you can win it right there with me. We can tie. We can split the money. I'm okay with that. I know you well enough, so we can split it. But guys, thanks for watching. We'll be back again week 16. Again, get signed up. Promo code Grinders. We're out of here. See you, kids.